How you doing? Hello everybody and welcome to Armagh TV's coverage of the Under-16 Division 3 Championship Final between Sarsfields and St Paul's. As you can see, we're live here in the box at Athletic Grounds and we're about to throw in for tonight's game. Referee Denise McDonald from Clonairon. So a good Lurgan feel of this game. St Paul's, Lurgan, and Sarsfields not too far away out in Derrytrosna. Sarsfields look to be playing from right to left in this first half. St Paul's from left to right. And decent conditions for a game, a little bit chilly but not too strong of a breeze, and thankfully for both sides dry at the moment. We hope it remains that way. A big game, a great opportunity for these young players to get to play here on the Athletic Ground surface in front of their families and friends and club members. And the ball's thrown in and away we go. Who will gather first possession of the ball? It's St Paul's. And they're in fact playing from right to left. First shot comes in, it's going to drop short. The goalkeeper has to be careful not to spill it. And he does enough. Jack Doran's shot dropping in short. The goalkeeper there, Conor O'Hagan, did enough. Got it off the line. Perhaps a few early nerves of the ball spilling, but crucially from Sarsfield's point of view, didn't beat the keeper. Sarsfield's starting goalkeeper, Conor O'Hagan, Conor McConaughey, Enda McCann, Joseph Doherty in the full-back line, Dara Haughey, Liam Stevenson and Ethan McCrory in the half-back line, Sheelan McAlinden and Ronan McDonald in midfield, with Podger Grooney, Adam Cosgrove the captain and Ronan Courtney in the half-forward line, with Rory McAlinden, Kieran Shanks and Shay Lavery in the full-forward line. Ball goes in. Sarsfield's now trying to get the opening score of this game for St Paul's. Owen Linus is in nets, Harry Reid, Aaron Green and Conor Kiley in the full-back line. This shot's coming in here from Sarsfields and that one tailing wide of the post from Ronan McDonald. So one shot apiece, both miss. We resume with the St Paul's team half-back line. Aidan Donald, James Fitzpatrick and Thomas Kapustinski. Thomas McAlinden and Keelan Doyle in midfield. Ryan Byrne, Ryan Moore and Jamie Murphy in the half-forward line, with Harvey Heaney, Jack Doran and James Loosley in the full-forward line. Sas Linus sending the kick out to the wing. Gathered by St Paul's, good battling for the ball there. And here they go on the attack. Good hand in, but still running on strong here, St Paul's man. He's going to get his free as well, Thomas McAlinden, pardon me, for St Paul's. And Ryan Moore wants to waste no time on it, gets it away quickly. There's a free man here for St Paul's. They could engineer a shooting chance. And the referee playing advantage. Now the shot comes in from Moore. And have we got the first score of the game? We have indeed. And St Paul supporters across the way making themselves heard. But a well-worked score, 1-2 there. Sarsfield's defence just went to sleep a little bit. And duly punished there from St Paul's. Here's O'Hagan. 50-50 ball. St Paul's get the turnover on the kick out. Kapustinski works it out here. Good play here from St Paul's. They have a number of options down this left wing. Aaron Green, team captain, gives the pass inside. Chance opening up potentially here. Sarsfields have numbers back, and the referee says a throw ball. So chance wasted there from St Paul's, but they look dangerous again. They're getting overlaps. There's runners off the ball, and on that occasion they had 3 players engineering a shooting chance. But as mentioned, they never got the shot away with the foul committed. Sarsfields go short with the free. Of course, can't go back to the goalkeeper. So we're going to have to build out here from the back. Good hand in, but still alive here. Just about kept alive. Hard tackling from St Paul's, and they force over carrying there. Sheelan McAlinden, the player penalised. St Paul's have started the sharper in this game, very early stages. But they have the only score of the game. Trying to add to that now, and you can see the idea there from Murray. He's trying to punch it through to Loosley. Well intercepted though from McConaughey from Sarsfields, although he's committed a foul. And now St Paul's are going to get another opportunity here to shot. And this man Ryan Moore, he's been involved in everything. This is going to be a 2-pointer as well, right on the line. So we've got a 1-pointer from play. A minute or two ago, and now an opportunity to treble St Paul's early lead here. Good effort from Moore. Just dragged slightly wide of that far post though. And it remains just 1 point between the sides. 4 minutes gone here. O'Hagan now assessing his options. Sarsfield haven't really got primary possession of the ball in these last few minutes. So I just want to settle themselves down, get their first score of the game. Although once again, St. Paul's overturned the kick out. It's a hard battle for the ball. McAlinden's there trying to help his man out. And St. Paul's somehow come out with it. Keelan Doyle, the midfielder, he's driving down by the byline here. Will he go for the fisted point here? Doyle's going to go for the goal. O'Hagan makes a save. He's still going to get a chance here from a free, St. Paul's, but crucially, I suppose, from Sarsfield's point of view, they won't mind that too much. The result could have been a goal, and it could have been a 4-point deficit between the sides. But Keelan Doyle, as he was running, got dragged back. And now, as I said, St. Paul's aren't going to get the opportunity here from the free. Ryan Moore off that left foot. Should be straightforward, and is 2 for him on the game and 2 for St. Paul's. St. Paul's certainly the better side so far. What if Sarsfield's got in response? They're going to need to win their own kick out here. O'Hagan, plenty of power on, it's reaching the midfield stripe. Sarsfield's knocking on and they keep it alive. Adam Cosgrove, the team captain, was the man who palmed it on. He's going to get it back here as well. He's looking for runners. He finds one. It was a good idea. Well intercepted though there from Aidan Donald from St. Paul's. You could see what Cosgrove was trying to do there, but that ball just tailed over the head of his man. And Sarsfields are going to get possession back here at the sideline ball. Back it goes to Liam Stevenson. Stevenson's under pressure and he's lost it as well. There's a good hand in there from Jack Doran. And now St. Paul's have runners. Doran plays the fist pass off. They're going to get a chance of a goal. They're going to go for the point instead. And the shot tails wide of the post. A chance missed there, it must be said. From St. Paul's, they're in a dangerous position. There's a good hand in from Doran. Although the referee has pulled this one back. In fact, it's going to remain a chance here for St. Paul's. It's a free awarded again in 2-point range. So they're going to get another bite of the cherry here. And another one for Ryan Moore. He pulled his first effort wide from similar distance. This one perhaps a bit more central. Can he find the target? Good connection again, but this was the other side of the post this time. St. Paul's are creating chances. 2 points to have on the board, but perhaps they'll be feeling as though they could have a few more points on there as well. When you get on top, of course, in Gaelic football, you have that momentum. You're going to want to pay it off. O'Hagan bombs it out long. St. Paul's again. More joy in the Sarsfield's kick out. The low drive goes in. Doran, he's got a man off the shoulder as well here. Jack Doran goes for goal. Keeper saves it. O'Hagan with the second save in this game. He did have a runner. He had James Loosley to his left. Elected not to use him, tried to go for himself and was denied by the goalkeeper. And I just mentioned a moment ago, St. Paul's are getting plenty of chances, but perhaps not taking them all. And another moment there to push themselves into a further lead, not taken. Sarsfield's right out on the far wing. McDonald, midfielder here for Sarsfield, how they could use a score to settle themselves into this match. Good low drive there from Cosgrove. It's a great pass, and now there's space opening up here for Sarsfields. They've runners, they've 2-3 players inside. They're just going to go here for the point. Their first score of the game if it goes. But tailed wide, disappointing one there from Shay Lavery. He did have options up there with him. He had Ronan Courtney there too. Tried to go for himself off the left foot, but didn't catch it well. And sent wide of the target. And a let off there for St. Paul's. Could have been, of course, Sarsfield's first of the game. But some signs of life there from them, which is a positive sign for the management. Can they overturn this kicker? No, they can't. St. Paul's retain possession. And they want to move the ball quickly, but too quickly there and over the head of his man. And McAlinden was in the right position for Sarsfields. He sends it down the line. Is it going to stay in play? It is. Sarsfields again have plenty of options in attacking positions here. Fist pass goes down the lane. And just have to be careful not to overcarry the ball here. He's got us free, in fact. Good hard work and play there from Padraig Rooney. And Sarsfields now, once again, they're going to get an opportunity to potentially get their first score of this game. Just over 9 minutes played. No strong breeze one way or another, so a good night for place kicking. Shot goes up and goes over the bar from Ronan Courtney. And now the Sarsfield spectators crossway making themselves heard for the first time in this game. Now Owen Linus stands over the kick out. He's drilling it out here to the wing. It's very well executed. Finds a man and acres of space there, James Fitzpatrick. And I've said a few times, St. Paul's want to move the ball quicker in these areas. Can they catch Sarsfields out here? They're light at the back. They've earned a free. Potential chance for a solo and go, perhaps, instead just left there from Ryan Byrne. Ryan Moore clips the ball on. It's Fitzpatrick, the man who won that kick out. Twist and turn in there is Moore. Fist pass off. Pocket of space here. Potentially for a score for St. Paul's. Shot comes off the left foot. Plenty of height on it. Wide of the target there from Harvey Heaney. But they're creating a lot of chances here. St. Paul's are playing well. Certainly in cohesion in the attack. It's just that final most important part. Just letting them down in terms of putting the ball over the bar. O'Hagan has something planned here. He's got the two hands in the air, indicating something they've worked on the training ground here. And well executed. Finds Cosgrove. He's looking up. There's runners here. Courtney gives back to Cosgrove. He's going to give it a go. Just inside the two-point arc. He drills it in low. Might have been a pass perhaps, but well read there from the cornerback Conor Kiley. He's under pressure and goes to the ground. He's earned his free. Did very well there. Great bit of play from Kiley, the cornerback there for St. Paul's. And here they come now on the attack. There's plenty of pace in this game. Neither side too patient in the attack. It's great stuff so far. Low ball in. This man Doran's made a strong start to the game. He's got plenty of space there as well. Once again, Doran trying to beat his man. Referee has her hand in the sky. He's going to play the free here. Doran was fouled. He had an advantage. And that advantage now is going to accrue with an opportunity for Ryan Moore. Jack Doran, he might be scoreless so far in this game, but he's certainly making his impact felt there in the full forward line. The only player who scored so far for St. Paul's is Ryan Moore, and he's trying to get his third of the game from this free, and he snuck it inside the near post. Good score from him. Makes it 3 on his personal tally, and 3 now for the Lurgan side. O'Hagan now. Sending it out high. Batted down well there. It was Keelan Doyle who won that kick out. Now look at this. St. Paul's with a huge chance. Ryan Moore. He likes it on the left foot. Will he go for goal here? Moore chips it over the goalkeeper. Chips it over the bar. He went for it. Soccer style there. A half volley effort. And they got a score out of it, St. Paul's. But that was certainly a huge chance there of a goal. Just perhaps lost possession. Moore at the crucial time. And you can see what he was trying to do. It would have been one for the cameras here on Armagh TV. Had that gone into the far corner in the end. Sarsfield's probably breathed a sigh of relief that ball went over the bar rather than under. But another one for Moore, 4 on his tally now. And going to be a free here for Sarsfields. Taken quickly, but not taken well and dispossessed by St. Paul's. Good long run here from Aaron Green. He's got Loosley here. Another chance of a goal now for St. Paul's. Loosley, what a save that is from O'Hagan. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper. You can see what Loosley was trying to do. O'Hagan has taken a step to his right. He left that far side of his net exposed, but Loosley tried to take advantage and couldn't with O'Hagan. A full stretch there. But once again, we've already seen perhaps 4 goal chances for St. Paul's in the early stage of this game. We're still in the first quarter of this game. From Sarsfield's point of view, they know eventually St. Paul's are going to start taking those. But full credit there to O'Hagan for that save. Brilliant bit of goalkeeping. Kick pass goes in. The referee says pushing the backs. There's going to be a chance here for Sarsfields from the free. Kieran Shanks full forward. Perhaps the player to take this on. Or is he going to leave it? In fact, he's going to leave it for his teammate. But Sarsfield's been under a lot of pressure defensively in the last few minutes. And if this goes over, it'll make it a 2-point game. And I'm sure they'll take that, given that the momentum in this game has been with St. Paul's from the start. Cosgrove, team captain. Great score right over the black spot. A brilliant score there from Cosgrove. He was just inside that 2-point arc. He took that one very well. Cool, calm and collected. And it's all been about St. Paul's number 11 so far, Ryan Murray. He has 4 points, but there you see Cosgrove, the Sarsfield's number 11, getting his name now in the score sheet too. Linus, he's wasting no time over these kickouts. Spotted down, but Sarsfields have overturned this one. Can they get 2 scores in quick succession? Overcarried there, says the referee. And St. Paul's take the solo and go. Moving the ball quick here once again. Thomas McAlinden sends it inside Doran. Ball just slipped through his fingers there. The pass was on though, he was out in front again, Doran. Just perhaps took his eye off it at the crucial time. He's not giving up on it though. Or in fact, it's Thomas Kapustinski in there battling hard, and he's done very well. The wing back. Gives the pass off here. Keelan Doyle takes a solo, takes a bounce. Will he get the shot away? Doyle's under pressure. Just passes it off to his teammate, Harvey Heaney. He tries to work it out here to Kapustinski. Ball bounces awkwardly. He's got it though. Under pressure, right in front of our commentary position here. Back to Ryan Murr. Solo taken. Will he take the shot on that left foot? Ryan Murr gives it a go. It's a tight angle here. Can he squeeze it over? It's off the outside of the post. And the ball stays in play. But Murr, a real danger man for St. Paul's. Can't go back to the goalkeeper, of course, here, Sarsfields, but they've worked it out. St. Paul's have a lot of players here putting a press on. Fullback, Enda McCann. Good bit of play there from Liam Stevenson. Cosgrove. Cosgrove needs support. He has it in the form of Sheelan McAlinden, his midfielder. Passed off here, Ronan McDonald. St. Paul's defenders working tenaciously here, but the shot's going to come in here from McDonald. Drops into the goalkeeper's hands. It's an ambitious shot to say the least from out in the left wing. He gave it a go, came up short. Third missed opportunity from Sarsfields. But St. Paul's, they'll be looking at 8 missed opportunities so far in this game as a reason for why they're not further ahead. Aaron Green having a good game so far. He might have number 3 on his back, but he's been getting forward and helping out St. Paul's on the attack. That's a good ball into Doran. Every single time he's out in front, Doran. But battling hard there, the fullback, Enda McCann. Doran still has it. He has support. And the referee perhaps has a throw ball there, so Sarsfields are going to get the free. But encouraging signs for Doran, as I said, he was getting out in front of his man. It's just perhaps that the next step that's letting him down, but the free didn't travel far enough there from Sarsfields. And perhaps a hot ball here is going to give St. Paul's a chance to get in possession. Ryan Moore, I think, wants his free here for St. Paul's, but I believe the ruling is a hot ball. And now that's been made clear. Jack Doran going in here up against Sheelan McAlinden. No, in fact, McAlinden backs out. Instead, going to go to McDonald. The players switch. Can St. Paul's get their hands on this? It's punched on there, and Sarsfields keep possession. Force was there free, just didn't take enough space with the kick pass, but they got away with one. And now here they come, Sheelan McAlinden. Referee's playing advantage. Kick pass goes in and is gathered by St. Paul's, but as I said, Denise McDonald's going to bring it back for the foul committed around the midfield stripe. McAlinden wastes no time. Cosgrove sending one in. It's a great pass. Chance here for Sarsfields. Ball just doesn't stick, but I think he might get off the hook here, get the mark. Ball went into the number 15, Shay Lavery. But with the catch, he's going to be allowed another bite at the cherry here with the mark. He, of course, has to be the player to take it on. Whereas the referee indicated a foul. I have to admit, I'd like to see that one back, but it's going to be a shooting chance here for Sarsfields either way. And an opportunity to cut this deficit to 1. Wide of the target, though. Chance missed from Courtney. And we'll resume play with another Owen Linus kick out. Approaching the 20-minute mark in this game. It's man-to-man right across the field here. Linus happy to go long. Battle for the ball. McAlinden pushed in the back there. Thomas McAlinden. Both number 8s on each side are both named McAlinden. We have Sheila McAlinden for Sarsfields and Thomas McAlinden for St. Paul's. And he was the man who committed the foul on that occasion, the push in the back. Here's Sheila McAlinden right on cue. Can he get the next score in this game? He passes it off to McDonald. He might give it a go on the left. Instead plays it off. Ball goes in. Now the chance might be there for Shay Lavery. Takes the bounce pass, man. A good block though. And St. Paul's come away with it, do they? They do, in fact. Keelan Doyle, the man who got that block. And they're going to get a free here as well, St. Paul's. Kick pass out to the wing. Doyle, Keelan Doyle, the player who got that block. There's a 3v2 here for St. Paul's. Loosley's come free here. If he's spotted on the left, he's wide open, Loosley, if they can work the ball into him. Chances there for St. Paul's. Will they play the pass? They don't pass it off. Instead, Muir might go for it. Now it's worked in here to Doyle. He's going to give it a go, surely, and just tap it up and over the bar. It's a good score from St. Paul's, but they might want to watch that one back. I don't think anybody spotted it. Loosley was standing in acres of space there with a potential chance of a goal. Instead, they worked it out to Doyle, and he tapped it over the bar. 5 points to 2 lead for St. Paul's. We have more action to come throughout the evening. This is, of course, the first of a double-header. Clonagale and Silverbridge, they meet in the Division 1 final at 8 o'clock. That'll also be shown here on our social channels. Ball played through. This is good stuff from Sarsfield so far. Cosgrove's free on the right wing if he's spotted. Instead, the ball's checked back out. He might get it now. No, back to McDonald it goes. Will Courtney take the shot on here? He goes away from goal. Ball comes in from Cosgrove. Bounces awkwardly there, but taken by the St. Paul's defender. He needs support though. He's done very well, carried it some distance. Will he get it back as well? That once again, that's Connor Kiley in there. It's a few times he's been the last line of defence for St. Paul's, but he stood up well on each occasion. Keelan Doyle. Ball out to the wing. Harvey Heaney under a lot of pressure. He's done well. He's looking for the ball inside. He's carried it some distance here. Harvey Heaney might want to score himself, but just soloed it into the arms there of Sheelan McAlinden. Good turnover there from the midfielder. Here's Stevenson. Ball goes down the line. Battle here between Rory McAlinden and Kiley. The ball tails. Which way is it going to go? It come off a St. Paul's player last. According to David Griffin, the linesman. Kieran Shanks. He's directing traffic, telling players where to go. Sends the kick pass in. Shay Lavery right down by the byline. Good hand in. Is it going to be a 45 here? Or did it go wide? Wide, says the umpire. Perhaps a bit harsh. I thought perhaps James Fitzpatrick, the centre half back for St. Paul's, the player got the last touch on that. The umpire has a better view of it than I do. He says wide ball. Oh, I was correct. In fact, it was a 45. I thought the umpire had initially said it was a wide ball. He put the two hands wide, but the decision's been overturned. And I think perhaps this is the correct call. Right. Of course, the referee has final say. Denise McDonald was on the same page as me on that one. Says 45, and here we go now with the play to resume. With Adam Cosgrove, team captain, sending the ball in there low. It's claimed well, Lavery, although his fist pass wasn't on the mark. And turned over, and St. Paul's come out from the back, but how far will they get it? Not very far. Sheila McAlinden got the touch on it, but has knocked it out of play, and St. Paul's will retain possession right down in that corner. Ball goes down the lane. Who's going to come out on top here is a foot race. It's well read, though, there by McDonald. For Sarsfields. His support here on the right wing if he wants to use it. He's been put under pressure. Good turnover there. Thomas McAlinden for St. Paul's. Again, they have a lot of options running forward here. This is a huge chance for St. Paul's. Ryan Moore driving on strong here. Sarsfields don't have many players back. Moore across the face of goal for Doran. Huge goal chance and taken into the top corner of the net. And St. Paul's had been threatening that all first half. And on this occasion, they get the chance and they take it emphatically. And Doran, what a game he's had so far. And he deserves that goal, it must be said, with the performance he's made. And fired into the roof of the net. The goalkeeper's down here for Sarsfields O'Hagan in trying to prevent that shot. He made a great save earlier. Made a couple of great saves throughout this game so far, but that one, there wasn't too much he could have done about it. Ruthless finish there from Doran into the roof of the net. Now there's that bit of a gap on the scoreboard between the sides. It's pushed out now to a 6-point lead. And perhaps looking at it with a neutral pair of eyes, it's a fair reflection of the start St. Paul's have made to this game. Referee's gone in here to have words with the umpires just to see if there's any foul play there. I don't think there was. O'Hagan back on his feet. And all eyes on the referee here. Are we going to get back underway with this game, or will for any further action be taken? The referee says on we go. How big could that goal be? Coming, of course, with just minutes before half-time. Sarsfields, you feel, would have been relatively content to only be one score down heading in at the break, but now they have more work to do. 2 points and a half of football's not going to cut it. They know that. So they have to go down here in these next 3 minutes or so, plus stoppage time, and try and pull themselves back into this game. Ball back out here to Sheila McAlinden. Plays the pass off. Gets it back here, McAlinden. Big midfielder. Can he get past his man though? Keelan Doyle's battling hard. Oh, Sheila McAlinden comes away with the ball. How far can he take it? He gets the pass out. McDonald. Stevenson going away from goal. Now Cosgrove going to drill it in low. He's done that a few times to come off Kylie's fingertips there. Could have went anywhere. Certainly could have ricocheted into the net. But goes behind for another 45. Cosgrove has been testing him out in that full back line. But in fairness, he's been alert to the danger at Kylie each time that ball has come in. But a big couple of minutes you feel here from a Sarsfield's point of view. If they can get a few scores before half-time, they'll feel like they're still well in the game. And this one just to the right of the post for Cosgrove. Again, drilled in low, could go anywhere. Sarsfields keep possession of the ball, but they're being forced away from goal. Now there's a chance, drilled in low, keeper does well. Decent effort there from the full forward Shanks, but well saved from Owen Linus. And who's going to come out with possession? It's a 50-50 out in the far wing. It comes off St. Paul's player last, so it's going to remain with Sarsfields. They're showing a bit more urgency though here, Sarsfields, after that goal going in against them. They know they're under pressure here, but sometimes it takes that to go against you to make you perform your best stuff, and they're showing a decent response, but it'll be all for naught if they can't get a score or two before the break. Ronan McDonald back here to Sheila McAlinden. He's got Cosgrove for support. Cosgrove gets away from his man, or does he? He doesn't get too far. He's spinning, he's twisting, he's turning, and that ultimately is a waste from Cosgrove under pressure from 3 or 4 St. Paul's defenders. He just swung a leg at it, didn't even look at the post, and it drifts well wide. Just under a minute to go. Perhaps, strangely, it was St. Paul's had the better of it in the first 15 minutes and didn't find the net. Sarsfields have probably gotten better and improved as the half has gone on, but it's been in the last few minutes where the most crucial score has come with that goal. And now St. Paul's might fancy another one. Once again, they have numbers coming forward, but good defending from the Sarsfields player out in that far wing, right in front of all the spectators there. Which way is this one going? We're going to remain with St. Paul's. Was Dara Haughey, the wing back, or we remain with Sarsfields, pardon me. Conor McConaughey down the line. Kick pass though goes out of play. Oh, he found his manager with that kick pass, but not a teammate. St. Paul's sending long in here to Doran again. Ball bounces. Doran, has he got out in front? He has another chance here for Jack Doran. Can he get a second goal? Can he make something happen? He's pushed out over the line. Ball's in the net, but the umpire is saying that the ball had already gone wide. That goal's not going to count. Thought perhaps Doran was pushed out over the line there rather than shoulder to shoulder, but it'd be interesting to see that one back. But the umpire had the best view of it and said that Doran did step out with the ball. And Ryan Byrne, who's the player who finished it to the net, isn't going to have a goal next to his name on the score sheet. But St. Paul's, once again, they're so threatening. It's been 5 or 6 times in this first half that they're getting goal chances. They've taken one, but if this continues in this pattern in the second half, they're certainly going to end up with a couple more, you would feel. Ronan McDonald on the left foot. He's eyeing up the post. Gonna give it a go. That bounces short awkwardly. Kiley's dispossessed. Huge chance for Sarsfields. And it's into the back of the net. And all from nothing. It was a shot dropped in short from Ronan McDonald. It wasn't dealt with. And ball ends up in the back of the net. It's the number 13 who got it. Rory McAlinden. Drilled into the top corner. What a time to get a goal that is for Sarsfields. We're right on the brink here of the end of this first half. That might indeed be the last kick of this first half. And what a difference it might be to go into the changing rooms 3 down as opposed to 6 down. The referee lets this game continue, and Sarsfields might have another chance here. They've overturned the kick at Ronan McDonald's foul there, and he's going to get a free. Might they try and work something here? They're going to try and go for another goal, Sarsfields. Can they get in level terms? Remarkably here with half-time approaching, another goal chance. It's through here. And Block Kiley dives in. He did brilliantly there. And he might have made a mistake for the first goal, but he's atoned for it there. What an end of this first half. That would have been if Sarsfields could have found another goal and got themselves level. Going in here at the break. St. Paul's, though, the alarm bell's ringing. Good battle in there. Well turned over by Dara Haughey on Keelan Doyle. And he's earned his free as well. And what an end of this first half. Sarsfields got themselves a goal to get back to within 3. Very nearly got level. And they're going to be allowed to bring this up 50 metres again. Keelan Doyle perhaps just not showing great discipline there. Denise McDonald says bring it on in here. And a chance, you would think, for a score for Sarsfields, another point. And a chance to get to within 2 as we approach half time. St. Paul's the better side in this first half, but this a chance for Sarsfields. And they'll be feeling okay about themselves as there's just 2 between them. And there is going to be 2 between them. Adam Cosgrove sends it up, sends it over the bar. The white flag is raised, and that is indeed the last kick of this first half. So Sarsfields 1-3, St. Paul's 1-5, but that game certainly burst into life in the last few minutes. Perhaps we thought St. Paul's were going to pull away with it, but Sarsfields, their supporters making themselves heard, finished that half superbly. Indeed could have got themselves level. There's 2 in it, and you'd have to say as we go into the breaks, this is a hard one to call and can still go either way. So stick around, folks, we'll have the second half of action to come. Hello everybody and welcome back here to Armagh TV for the second half of action. It's the Under-16s Division 3 final between Sarsfields and St Paul's. 2 points separating the sides. My name is Kieran Lynch, tonight's commentator, and if you're just joining us, it's probably a fair enough reflection. St Paul's may feel as though they could have been further ahead. They've had a handful of goal chances, but after a slow start from Sarsfields, they did improve as that first half went on, and now look to be well in the game. After a goal just on the stroke of half-time, a goal and a point on the stroke of half-time to pull them from 6 down to 2 down. And as you can see now, the referee, Denise McDonald, has the ball at her feet and we're ready to go here for the start of this second half. Same two players in, Jack Doran and Ronan McDonald, pardon me, as it was in the first half. And Doran comes out on top. He's the player who got St Paul's goal in that first half. Both goals finished very well into the top corner. Sarsfield's got the turnover. Now they're trying to start this second half quickly. Cosgrove over his shoulder pulls that one wide of the far post. Fifth wide, my count for Sarsfields in this game. Kick out. Will it be dispossessed? It will. Sarsfields get their hands on the ball. Kieran Shanks has it. Twists inside his man. Gives the fist pass off. Who's going to come out on top? St Paul's player read it well though. And is it turnover? It's not easy here for St Paul's, but they're going to get out Jamie Murphy, the player who got the touch in. I'm just interested to see how much longer before the floodlights come on here in the box at Athletic Grounds. The sun's starting to set. And as mentioned already, this is the first of a double header. We'll have Clonagale and Silverbridge in the Division 1 final to come, with throw-in at 8 o'clock, provided there's no extra time in this game. That game will also be shown by Armagh TV across our social media channels. This is a great run here from Murray. He's going all the way. What a goal that is from Ryan Murr. Absolutely spectacular stuff. Carried it through, down the left wing. And I mentioned St Paul's missed a few goal chances in the first half, but that one was absolutely fantastically taken. Rifled into the net from Ryan Murr. And that takes his personal tally to 1-4 and gives momentum and the impetus now back to St Paul's. 5 between the sides once again, and what a way to start this half. Sarsfield's had those couple of chances to start the second half, but the first score comes from the boot of Ryan Murr. What a solo goal that is, and what a lift that'll give St Paul's, and what a lift that might give them as well. The free, not well executed there from Sarsfields. Trying to rush things. Can St Paul's build upon that goal? He's been the standout player, it's fair to say, Ryan Murr so far in this game. And that was the standout moment. Keelan Doyle gets out in front of his man. He has options left and right here. He's carrying it on his own here, Doyle. He might go for it on the right foot. He made that look easy, Keelan Doyle. Brilliant bit of football from him. And another score there for St Paul's, and perhaps a concerning one from Sarsfield's point of view. It was routine there for Keelan Doyle. He just drove right down the middle of the defence, got it onto his favoured right foot and slotted it over as easy as he like. And now we're at double scores, folks. 1-3 for Sarsfields, 2-6 for St Paul's. Kick out is won by McDonald. But 6, the largest gap between the sides at any stage. It was 1-5 to 2 points in the first half. Then Sarsfield finished that period with a goal and a point, and St Paul's have responded by doing the exact same to open the second half. McDonald goes to the ground, he's going to get his free. That was a good bit of play from him. He won the short kick out, and look where he ended up, just in 2 point range there. Might have been a bit of a sore one there for him. He might just need to catch his breath after that long bursting run. Cosgrove stands over it. This one worth 2 points, of course. Be a massive score if he can get it. It's going to pull wide of the far post, so 6 wides now for Sarsfields. But crucial moment you feel now in this game. If St Paul's can get the next few scores, perhaps they'll give Sarsfields too big of a mountain to climb to come back from. But if Sarsfields can respond, you just never know. They've won. They've overturned the kick out as well. Shanks directing traffic once again. Instead, he's going to leave this one for Cosgrove. He's outside the 45-metre line. It's probably one he's going to try and drop in here on the edge of the square. Does he have the range? It remains to be seen. He leans back and doesn't catch well. Took it a bit quickly there, Cosgrove, and perhaps that's indicative of the fact that they're 6 points down, that they feel as though they need to rush things, they need to get scores on the board quickly, but he just needed to go through his paces there and ultimately snatched at the chance. Good kick out there from St. Paul's. Finds Green. He sends the ball in long, but probably between two teammates, and it was the Sarsfield's player who comes out with it. Good pressure there, Ryan Moore. Not only can he get you scores, he can win turnovers as well. He wants to get onto his left foot. If he can't, instead just checks it back out. Jamie Murphy. He goes back to Aidan Donald. He's looking for support. Works back out to Murphy. Keelan Doyle. Referee's playing advantage here for Doyle. Can he make advantage of it? On he goes once again, Doyle. And he is indeed going to get the free. It's some distance back out, probably in 2-point range here from where the foul was committed. And interesting to see if they have the range here. Ryan Moore. What a goal that was from him just a few moments ago. Change being made here from St. Paul's. James Loosley coming off for Peter McCarry. And now all eyes on Ryan Moore. If this goes, it would take his tally to 1-6. We have a prime position right behind this here. Little wind. Moore doesn't catch it well though. Sent wide of the post. 4 wides for St. Paul's. And now O'Hagan over the kick out. 6 between the sides. Sarsfield, as you feel, could badly use the score here. Long it goes, and they have retained possession here. Now they have a chance. They've broken through the St. Paul's defence. There's a wide open Kieran Shanks in the middle here. Will he get it? He does. Shanks. Can he get the shot away? St. Paul's have closed the gap very well there, and they might have committed a foul, but they'll take that over. It looked like Shanks was in there for a huge goal chance, and he takes the free quickly, trying to do that anyway, but the referee says to pull the ball back. Conor McConaughey, or in fact, pardon me, Harry Reid back there for St. Paul's got the crucial turnover. Perhaps the pass into Shanks was a bit high for him. If he got it in a chest height, you feel as though he would have been in for a huge chance of a goal. Instead, he's probably going to have to settle now for a point from this free. Up and over the bar it goes. And for Kieran Shanks, that's his first of the evening. 1-4 to 2-6. With about 7.5 minutes played in the second half, so still plenty of time to go. Long way to go in this game. Kick out goes to the wing. Well claimed there. Out on that left wing from Ryan Byrne. But he's overcarried it. This is going to give Sarsfield another opportunity. He has to give the ball back here quickly as well. Sarsfields want to move it fast. Cosgrove, in fact, he's telling players to go inside. Might be dropping one in here around the edge of the square. His frees so far from 2-point range haven't found the target. Where's this one going to go? Plenty of height on it from Cosgrove. His is dropping in short, and it's a battle for the ball. Could go anywhere, but ends up in the goalkeeper's hands, Linus. And he's not fouled, says the referee. Sarsfield's going to get another chance. Was there a push committed there? The referee's happy with the tackle. And now says it's going to go for a push in the back. Is it going to go the other way? Yeah, it is indeed going to go the other way. Sarsfields might feel a little bit hard done by there. And look at this from St. Paul's. They've moved it quick. Keelan Doyle has acres of green grass in front of him. He's got an option to his left, but the pass isn't on the mark. Per pass for there from Doyle. He's had a good game so far, but not one he'll want to watch back. And the chance goes a begging. Stevenson. Down the left wing. Sarsfields go. Have to be careful not to take it out over the line. It's just right as I say that. He spinned out of play. There, Ethan McCrory. But that was owing to the pressure there from St. Paul's. Even though they committed the turnover, they didn't give up on it, kept working hard. And this is the reward, the sideline ball. And Doran again out in front. But on this occasion, doesn't take it cleanly, but he's still in possession of the ball here. Down the right corner. He's had a good game, and more or less any time St. Paul's get the ball into him, he's making something happen. Is he going to get a second goal here? Doran across the face of goal, into the top corner. And what a goal that is there, all off his own back. A brilliant bit of play from him. And that's another one into the top corner. That's been the theme of the night so far in terms of these goals. The referee's telling him to calm down there. He shoved his marker, probably amped up there after the goal. He might receive a yellow card for his troubles, for his celebration, if you like. But that goal could be a massive moment now in the second half. It just pulls St. Paul's even further into the lead now. 8 points, the largest gap of the night between the two sides. There's about 20 minutes to go. But Jack Doran, I'd mentioned already Ryan Moore, a contender for the player of the match. Jack Doran's right up there with him. And that now his second of the game. And he certainly let Enda McCann know all about it. And takes a yellow card for his troubles. But he won't mind that too much. The goal, the key phase of this game. 3-6 now to 1-4 Green, sending the high ball in. Nobody wants to claim it. It bounces and eventually comes through there for McCann. But is there now too much work for Sarsfields to do to pull themselves back into this game? 2 points were between the sides at half time, but St. Paul's have pulled out in front. They want a goal. Ronan McDonald wants one back for Sarsfields, but just loose in possession. And St. Paul's get it again. You can see now they're the team perhaps with more composure. And they're the team you'd back now to go on and win this game. And if they can get a few more scores, it'll certainly be too much for Sarsfields to do. Good long run here from Thomas McAlinden. He's carried it some distance. He's going all the way. He wants to go all the way. And he's earned his free as well there. Foul committed by Dara Haughey. And an opportunity now to make this a 9-point game. Sarsfield's just drifting out of this game a little bit, you feel. And Ryan Moore, from what we've seen from him so far, without trying to put the jinx on him, you'd back him off his left foot here, right in front of the post, to indeed make this a 9-point game, which he does. What have Sarsfield's got in the tank now? 9 points between these two teams. 2 goals for St. Paul's coming after half-time. They need to win their own kicker. They haven't done that, though. It's McAlinden, the man who was involved in that last score. He gets the ball, sends the kick pass in. It's a chance for another goal here. Ryan Moore in on his left foot. Good save from O'Hagan. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper. And Moore might have hurt himself there. He might have pulled his hamstring or a muscle injury. After that shot, he was holding his left leg. But more importantly there, what a save that was from O'Hagan, because you feel if that gone in to the roof of the net, which was exactly where it was headed, it certainly would have been game over. And despite conceding 3 goals, O'Hagan has come up for his team with plenty of important saves, and that one certainly the best of the lot. Just interesting to see Murray. He was hobbled a bit after taking that shot, but he's going to back himself here from the 45. Perhaps the injury not too severe. He's not going to shoot. He's going to look to try and work one short. A low ball goes in. And gathered there from his midfielder, Keelan Doyle. Doyle off his right foot. That one's going to drift wide, though. You can see the idea from St. Paul's, but a 5th wide of the game. O'Hagan wastes no time with the kick out. Gets it away here for Sheelan McAlinden, but Doyle's out in front. Well claimed by him. And he's going to get his free there as well because of the contact from McAlinden. This is St. Paul's McAlinden, Thomas. Switch here from right to left. Green, oh, he didn't get clean possession. And it's turned over. McConaughey, he sends the low ball in. A foul committed. Sarsfield's out, playing on, playing advantage and going for it here as Cosgrove is knocked down. They still look like they're going to have the ball. In fact, they don't. It's Kapuscinski coming away with it for St. Paul's. Good playing out from the back. Very well done there from St. Paul's. Here's Keelan Doyle. He's got Fitzpatrick ahead of him and uses him. 1-2. Doyle still plenty of energy at this late stage of the game. He's going to get his free as well, but St. Paul's play on. And the referee gives the free, but solo and go taken here from Fitzpatrick. On he goes, out to Murr. He still has plenty of pace about him. Direct running. Murr going on strong again. Will he fancy another goal here? Murray's dragged down. A cynical foul, as you'll see. And interested to see what colour card is going to be dished out here. Murr was going in. He looked like he was headed for another goal for his second of the game. He was dragged down there. Just interesting to see, is the referee going to take any further action? The man who committed the foul has come back onto the line. And lucky perhaps to get away there without a black card. St. Paul's though with the free, an opportunity to make this a double-digit lead as we head towards the final quarter of this game. A change being made for St. Paul's. Number 10 making his way towards the bench, that's Ryan Byrne. So we just wait and see who come on. I'm not entirely sure. We'll let you know when we have that information, folks. The free sent up and over the bar as expected there from Thomas McAlinden, his first of the game. And now it's 3-8 to 1-4. What a second half performance has been from St. Paul's. In fairness, in the first half, they created enough opportunities to pull far out in front and didn't take them, but they've been a lot more clinical in this second half. Sarsfields haven't really been firing on all cylinders, it must be said. Only 1 point since the beginning of this period. And trying to move the ball quickly there. Sheila McLean, the referee's going to say you have to take it again, perhaps doing him a favour there because he just booted that one about 10 metres wide of the post. Cosgrove will hit it. We've seen this a few times, nothing's come from it so far from Sarsfields. He's trying to drop the ball in around the full forward line and trying to cause chaos there and get a goal from it. Will anything come from this? Cosgrove sends it in. In fact, now will it go over the bar? It's gone wide. That would have been a 2-pointer from Cosgrove. But an 8th wide of this game from Sarsfields. Still no floodlights here in the Box Athletic Grounds. Starting to get that little bit darker. Interested to see if they'll come on before the end of this game or not. Push in the back committed there from Shanks. St. Paul's are going to get the free. We, of course, have more action for you folks live tonight. This is the first of a double header at under 16s level. The Division 1 final to come at 8 o'clock. That'll be between Clonagale and Silverbridge. So a lot to look forward to. And again, like this game, that'll be live and free for you on all our social media channels. Hopefully you're enjoying Armagh's TV coverage of the game here tonight. And if you are, we have lots of action still to come over the next few days. It's the best time of the year. We're into the knockout stages now of the club championship. We have 4 senior knockout games to come. Cullaville and St. Peter's meet at 2:30 on Saturday. Carrickcruppen and Greenmore at 5:15 on Saturday. Both those games are live for you on Armagh TV. And then we have a double header on Sunday here at the Box Athletic Grounds, with Clevie taking on Mullaban at 5 and Madden taking on Armagh Harps at 7. So lots to look forward to at senior level. We have 2 junior football championship quarterfinals as well for you on Sunday. At 1 o'clock, it's 2 of the top contenders on Portmore beating Ballyhagan, and then at 3, Clonmore take on St. Michael's. So again, all those games that are just listed, folks, will be live for you on Armagh TV. We'll also have deferred coverage from the other 2 junior football championship quarterfinals, and we'll have deferred coverage from the Junior B final, which takes place tomorrow night between Clonagale seconds and Armagh Harp seconds. So we're busy, as we have been throughout these last few weeks with the championship. Hopefully you're enjoying our coverage, and this is, as I said, this is the time of year we all love with the knockout football. A couple of the big names going to go out this weekend. Lots to look out for and lots to look forward to. Change being made here by Sarsfields just to confirm Ronan Eagers for St. Paul's was the man who came on for Ryan Byrne. I saw Byrne going off a moment ago. Didn't see Eagers coming on, but number 18, I see him out there now for St. Paul's, is the change. 12 minutes of normal time to go. Sarsfields now in desperation mode, you feel. They're going to need a lot to go right for them, and they're going to need to win their own kickouts, which they don't do here. St. Paul's, hands on the ball, look composed. They look the stronger of the 2 teams, it must be said. And will they push for home now in these closing stages of the game? Murphy plays the crossfield ball, gathered though by Sarsfields. Slipped there at the crucial time, and that's a tough one there for the defender because he lost his foot and he touched the ball on the ground. Joseph Doherty called out from the referee and gives St. Paul's another chance and gives this danger man Ryan Moore another chance. What a fantastic performance he has put in here at the Box Athletic Grounds in this championship final. That one though goes across the face of goal, and again you see him limping there a bit, and perhaps management might want to look at that and take him off perhaps if need be. He's not a player you'd want to be taken off from St. Paul's point of view, but with the 10-point lead, now might be the time to do it. Over carried there on the wing by Sarsfields. nothing going right for them in this second half. But again, these mistakes that we are seeing from Sarsfields, we saw them carry the ball out over the sideline, we saw them touch the ball on the ground, we saw them over carry it there. They're all coming from St. Paul's forwards, working very hard and putting the press on. Murr is going to give this another go. He's right out by the sideline. What a strike this would be for a 2-point range. He would have been a bit ambitious, so instead he checks it back there to his teammate McAlinden. He might get it back. McAlinden, though, is going on strong. He might want it on the right foot. He gets the shot away. Was he pushed in the back? Shot goes short. Referee says no foul play. And now comes O'Hagan with the ball. He needs support. But again, look at the press St. Paul's are putting on here. It's impressive stuff, but at the same time, that's good work from Sarsfields to break through the press. And now they might have a bit of space here. Ethan McCrory, he goes to ground. Sarsfields want to move this quick. Solo and go taken. Sarsfields, though, they want to show a bit of urgency here. If they're going to pull themselves back into this contest, the kick pass goes forward and the kick pass, is it going to be intercepted? It's not. Ronan McDonald, he's got options here, but good defending, brilliant defending there from Green, because of the ball beat in there, 2 Sarsfields players were in on goal. Instead, the interception was made, and Sarsfields don't get the goal chance. He thought that they got in for a goal there. Perhaps they had a way of pulling themselves back into the game. Instead, though, St. Paul's remain 10 in front and have possession of the football. Keelan Doyle out to the left wing. Sat man again, Murr. How often has he been involved in the St. Paul's attack? How often has he caused the Sarsfields defence problems as he does on this occasion? Pass goes inside, shot high in the sky, and is going to drift wide of the near post. Goalkeeper had to be careful not to touch that while it was still in play. The ball did indeed drift wide, however. Kick out. It's well executed. Finds Ronan McDonald. Thomas Kapustinski's putting the pressure on, but good running here from McDonald. On he goes. He's got a man out to the left. It's Shanks, the full forward. Pass goes off. Will they get a shot away here? Sarsfields. Back to Shanks. It's knocked on. Those St. Paul's thought they'd got the turnover, but the referee says there's a foul committed. Sarsfields now are going to get the opportunity from the free. As I've said, we've played just under 22 minutes in the second half. Sarsfields just the 1 point to show for it in that time. It was this man, Shanks, who got it. And you'd imagine he's going to get a second point on the night here. Cut this back to 9 between the teams. He hits the post. And St. Paul's come out with the ball. Fitzpatrick under a ton of pressure. Credit the Sarsfields, they worked hard and got that turnover, and they're going to get a free as well here. Another one for Cosgrove. Is he inside the arc? Is he outside the arc? He mightn't. Will he shoot? Will he pass it off? He's inside the arc and he is going to shoot. Cosgrove up, and it's in the back of the net. It's a goal from Cosgrove. That's a strange one. In over the head of the keeper. And Cosgrove adds a goal to the 2 points he already had in his tally. A fluke goal, and sometimes when things aren't going your way, you need a bit of luck. And Sarsfields might just be thinking this game isn't over. Makes it now 7 between the sides with 7 minutes to go. And if they get another one of those, all of a sudden, folks, this championship final is still up for grabs. So Cosgrove, the man who got that goal, nobody touched it on the way, and he was shooting for a point. And now there's pressure being applied here on the full back line of St. Paul's. And they've given the ball away, and all of a sudden Sarsfields are going to get opportunities here to pull themselves back into this game. Sheelan McAlinden breaks through the tackle. He's going to get his free. Works it back out to McDonald. Cosgrove might shoot for this here. 2 point range. It's an advantage, so indeed that shot goes wide, but he's going to get another opportunity. And he's going to get an easier opportunity, if you like, from the free. And all of a sudden, this is game right back on here. St. Paul's have done so much good work throughout this game, deservedly lead, but perhaps just making life a little bit harder for themselves than they need to here. And if McDonald can send this over the bar, it'll of course be worth 2 points. It'll cut it to 5. Has he nailed it? Looks good, and is good. Great score there from Ronan McDonald, and now all of a sudden the Sarsfield supporters are the ones that we can hear making themselves heard. And are we going to see a remarkable comeback here tonight? It didn't look likely a minute ago. And pressure being applied on St. Paul's. And I hear the call from O'Hagan, the Sarsfield's goalkeeper. He's about 100 metres away from me here, and I can hear him saying to put the pressure on. He's shouting there, trying to get every last ounce of energy out of these Sarsfield's men. They have the high press on. Where's this kick out going? Sarsfields have overturned another kick out. And now they're the team with all the momentum, but they gift it right back there to Thomas McAlinden. It's the last thing they needed from a Sarsfield's point of view. And St. Paul's have numbers up here. Sarsfields don't have a whole lot of defenders back. And Ryan Moore, the man St. Paul's want on the ball. The player Sarsfields don't want to see driving through. He gives the fist pass off. Chance here for Harvey. He's going to go for the goal, is he? No, he turns away. Now he does, and into O'Hagan's hands. He's going to get a free. Didn't see a whole lot wrong from the Sarsfields defending, if I'm honest, but the referee is a lot closer to it than I was. It's going to be a St. Paul's free, and perhaps exactly what they needed with Sarsfields putting that pressure on. St. Paul's just a chance to get themselves a score here for Ryan Moore and settle themselves down, if nothing else. And just about clipped a couple of inches over the crossbar there from Ryan Moore. 1-6 on his personal tally. And O'Hagan's wasting no time here, but he is just going to have to slow it down with a substitution being made here from Sarsfields. That's the Shay Lavery being taken off for the number 18, Fionn McMahon. But you just never know in modern day Gaelic football how often we see comebacks. Teams coming back from the dead, if you like. We saw it live on Armagh TV a few weeks ago. Cullaville were 10 points down at senior level against Clonagale with less than 10 minutes to go, and they pulled it back. Sarsfields were 10 down. They've cut it back now to it's 6 at the minute, so still plenty of work to do. But if they can get themselves another goal, they put pressure on St. Paul's. From St. Paul's point of view, they know they're just a couple of scores, you feel. And that looks like it's going to be Sarsfield's ball. It is. As I was saying to St. Paul's, perhaps another score or two, and it'll be too much work for Sarsfields to do. But momentum's a funny thing. Sarsfields, you feel, look like a different side now since they got that goal. Cosgrove knocks it down here from McDonald. Can he get on the end of it? He can't. Doran did enough there to screen him from St. Paul's, and they get the turnover. Look at where Doran is. He's trying to get back and defend for his side there, the full forward. And they're going to get a free here. St. Paul's again just takes the sting out of things for Sarsfields, and perhaps McDonald's going to go in the book here. St. Paul's just needed to settle things down after that goal and 2-pointer the Sarsfields got, and they look like they've done that successfully. St. Paul's 6 points in front. They have been the better team here so far in this game tonight, and barring any slip-ups, you feel, they're going to be able to see this game out and to win the championship. Ball bounces high there over the head of Harvey Heaney. Sarsfields get another turnover, but touched on the ground crucially there, and now St. Paul's want to move it quick. They have options here. Doyle sends it forward. Moore does enough to bat it down to himself. He's taking his man on here, Ryan Moore. He's in behind Ryan Moore. He's going to get his free. He might want more than that, though. He might want a goal. He sent it wide, but as I said, the referee played at advantage. He was pulled back, Ryan Moore. What a game he's had. What a player he is for St. Paul's to keep an eye out for in these coming years. He's had a phenomenal game, and you'd imagine he'll be the player to take the shot on when he gets back up to his feet here. Another change coming here from Sarsfields. Padraig Rooney coming off and just waiting for confirmation to see exactly who that is who's come on in his place. But as I said, it will be Moore, the player, to take this free kick on when the game resumes. But 2 minutes of normal time, just over that to go in this game. And surely if he puts 7 between the sides, there's no way back here for Sarsfields. He does just that. 1-7 for him. A brilliant night's work for Ryan Moore. .310 now for St. Paul's to 2-6 from Sarsfields, and indeed 7 points between the sides. So a 3-score game. Kick out from O'Hagan. Goes short. Sarsfields retain possession of the ball, but St. Paul's have done throughout this game, keeping the high press on. Ball goes down the line. Well intercepted there from Doran. Another player who's come out of this game with a lot of credit. He's had a strong game. Good turnover from him, and now there's going to be a huge chance here of another goal for St. Paul's. Aidan Donald goes for the point. Has he got it? He has indeed, and I suppose with the lead where it is at the minute, no harm in doing that there from the wing-back, Aidan Donald. He gets himself on the score sheet tonight. But warning signs there could have been another goal. Instead, opted for the easier option, the safer option. Took his point and pushes that lead out to 8. Keelan Doyle's gone down there with a non-contact injury. That doesn't look good. Play resumes as Sarsfield's on the attack. 2 of the players getting each other's way, though. They still have it. Good, hard defending. Brilliant defending. Hard work from McAlinden, I believe it was, got the hand in, but his kick pass goes to nobody in particular. Ball bounces, is going to be claimed here by Sarsfields. Cosgrove sending one in, pass though not on the mark. Green back there. It comes through to McDonald, chance still alive for Sarsfields. Will they try and work a 2-point or will they try and work a goal? They have a lot of work to do in a very short space of time. Cosgrove plays the ball off. You can see what they're trying to do, trying to work it in for a goal, but St. Paul's are alert to that danger. Sheila McLean, there's a number of bodies out here on the right wing if they're spotted. Stevenson doesn't spot them. Now they might play it out to the wing instead. Ball goes in. Chance of a goal here for Sarsfields. Ball not taken. And St. Paul's come out with it. It's Kiley back there once again. He's had a good game in the full back line. Both he and the captain Aaron Green have been brilliant for St. Paul's tonight. Ryan Moore, probably the player of the match, you'd imagine at this stage. Jack Dorns had a great game with 2 goals. It caused a lot of bother on the full forward line. And the player who's down receiving treatment, Keelan Doyle, he only has 2 points, but has been brilliant. He's been everywhere now. He's back up on his feet, which is good to see. Perhaps just a bit of cramp at this late stage of the game. We're in the stoppage time now. And St. Paul's look to be well on their way here to winning this Division 3 championship crown. Good block down from McDonald. What a night this is for these young players. A night I'm sure they'll never forget. Live here on Armagh TV, the chance to play at the Box Athletic Grounds and the chance to win a bit of silverware with their best mates in front of their friends and family. Good crowd here throughout this game, and the crowd have certainly made their voices heard. It's been a great occasion. Good contest, good clean contest. The Sarsfields, although it's not their night, they give it everything they had, and they certainly made St. Paul sweat there a few minutes ago, but credit to St. Paul as they came back and have done more than enough to see this game out with 8 points between the teams. A minute played over time. All eyes on the referee, Denise McDonald. Is that the last action of this game?
Jack, get in the middle there.
Linus with the kick out. Goes short here. Kiley's under pressure, perhaps touched on the ground. He did touch it on the ground. Sarsfield's going to get the free. Free taken quickly. And well read there. Green back there. And Kiley and Green are the 2 players who really stood out for St. Paul's in that defence. And Green, the team captain, the last player to touch it, Jack Thorne, punches it into the stands. And the better team on the night have come out with the victory. A brilliant night for St. Paul's, well-deserving winners. 3-11 to 2-6 they've won this game. And once again, as the floodlights come on here, just after the full-time whistle, you have to give players like Ryan Moore a lot of credit there at centre-half forward, Jack Dorn a full forward, Keelan Doyle in midfield, Aaron Green, Conor Kiley in the full back line. Some brilliant performances there across the field from the Lurgan men. And as I mentioned, fully deserving winners here tonight. So a great occasion for them. We thank you very much for joining us on Armagh TV. As I said, if you haven't got your football fix for the night at 8 o'clock, we will have the throw-in between Clonagale and Silverbridge. That's the Division 1 final. You can see Silverbridge wasting no time. They're coming out to get their warm-up up. Interested to see if that game's going to throw in at 8, which is just 15 minutes away. But that's to come here live as well for you folks on our social media channels. And congratulations, massive congratulations to St. Paul's Division 3 champions, and commiserations to Sarsfields for a great game, a great occasion, and more to look forward to.
Gordius, Neil Paul, August Clavon, Sarsley, Dormina Melgit, Literary August, Armagh-gaa Athletic Grounds. Folks, congratulations to St Paul's and commiserations to Sarsfields. Thanks to the referees, match officials, and to Armagh-gaa for the use of facilities tonight, and the organisation as well too. Lads, I'm surrounded here now by St Paul's, mate, and I'm a Clonarmagh, so feeling very uncomfortable. Boys, congratulations. That was a tight match, and look, commiserations to Sarsfields, and a big shout out to them as well too. You did very well, lads. Hopefully we'll see you back here. It's a great experience in the championship final, so let that spur you on for your performances in 2026 as well too. But tonight belongs to St Paul's. We have the captain, I think, here beside me. Here's a view, one or two. I'm going to do a presentation now, okay?
Firstly, I'd like to say thanks to the Sarsfields for a good game. I'd also like to thank all the match officials for turning up and having a good game. I'd also like to thank all the parents and coaches for putting up our messing about all the time in training. Finally, I'd like to thank all the players. Just dedication through all the year. Thanks, guys.
Well, a very good evening and welcome into Armagh TV live across all our social media channels here this evening from the Boxit Athletic Grounds. It's time now for the Under-16 Division 1 Championship final, and we have Clanagale going up against Silverbridge. My name is Michael Lavery. I will be your commentator for this evening's game, and we are just a few moments away from throw-in here. Referee this evening is Kevin Falloon. He has Fergal Connolly and Paul Rath as his two match officials. Decent enough crowd in here for a lovely Thursday night. Great evening for football. We've just seen the Division 3 final where St Paul's were winners over Sarsfields 3-11 to 2-6. We're hoping for a game of similar quality here. And we are underway in this Division 1 Championship final, and it's Clanagale playing in their traditional blue jersey, white shorts, going up against Silverbridge in their yellow with their blue band across the middle, and the Lurgan side are the ones who have the first possession here of the evening. Joel Gregory, the number 15. Now to Liam Lavery, but that was well defended. And Silverbridge force an early turnover, and now going to look to work it out from the back as they build into their first attack here of the evening. No real wind or anything to speak of. A little dip in the temperature, but that happens, of course. Under floodlights here as well. Brilliant occasion, brilliant setting, and a great opportunity for these young men to get a notch on their badge of honour. And Silverbridge just being patient now. They forced that turnover from Clanagale and not wanting to give possession back anytime soon. Now out to Owen Nealon on this right hand side. He lays it off to the number 11, Kai Crummy, who just spills it momentarily, but does well to regain possession, and now driving down this right hand side. Pass forward into the forward line. It's Ollie Campbell. Back to Crummy with a bit of a dummy, and now a hand pass to the inside, looking for the man in the forward position who's going to turn and look to get himself facing towards the goals. Just a bit of an issue trying to get the ball in hands, and he's going to be forced to retreat. Good defending there by the Clans. James Kelly now in possession. Ethan Lavelle, the Silverbridge captain, plays a pass to a more central position. It's Aaron Moore who holds on to possession now, just working around the 2-point arc and back to the captain. This is Moore once more. Finds himself in a shooting position, and he's going to let fly. Will this be the first score of the evening? The keeper's tracking it, and it's actually come off the post and it's stayed in play. A pass to the inside now, but good defending, but it's not cleared yet. The shot's going to come and ends up wide. It was Kai Crummy, the number 11, but an early dangerous attack there from Silverbridge. The ball stays in after ricocheting off the post. Emmett Dorn, one of the Clanagale captains, reacted well in there defensively, but Crummy was able to get a hand on it and able to get the shot away, but no score after 2 and a bit minutes here. A kick out from Harry McCavigan has been turned over and back into Silverbridge hands. The number 18, Niall McShane, with the ball in towards the forward line. Crummy gets it back again. He's seen a lot of ball in this opening 3 minutes. It just slips as he's twisting and turning back out to McShane again. Crummy once more, left-footed effort, tries to go with the outside of the boot and cut across it, but another effort that falls wide and to the right. Silverbridge, of course, coming through the preliminary rounds of this championship, had a big win in their opening game over Middletown, 5-12 to 9 points before beating close rivals Crossmaglen in the quarterfinals. So watch this McCavican kick out, go long again, and this time back into Clanagale hands with Aidan Campbell. Turns and looks to play a first time ball towards the forward line, and it's eventually gathered in. And Campbell gets it back again, trying to drive through the lines, but a sea of yellow engulfs him. And a push there on Liam Lavery by James Kelly as he was going up to reach the ball, and Kevin Falloon says that's going to be a free in. And we're from just outside the arc. Well, we'll see, are they going to attempt a 2-point score? Matthew McAdam is the man who's come over for it. He's placing the ball. Got Dylan McCord and JJ O'Hagan in under the Silverbridge goals. With plenty of Silverbridge defenders back in there as well, should anything drop short. But McAdam with his right foot, he gets a good strike on it. Is it going to be accurate enough? It's not, so that's 3 wides to start this game. We remain level as we approach the 4.5 minute mark. Now a first kick out for Matthew Loy in the Silverbridge goals. His kick hangs in the air and broken down, but it's collected eventually by Silverbridge. Max McKenna was the man who got under it. Now Lavelle, short of options, but he's fouled and he gets away with one as Clanagale had forced a turnover. Lavelle now just studying his options. He had a couple of quick ones on, but that window closed right and quickly. And a 50-50 ball there. Dylan McCord was chasing it in, and Kevin Falloon says that was a foul by Niall Morgan. Now Clanagale with a chance, a direct ball in here towards O'Hagan, going down on the Silverbridge goal. He takes a bounce to try and get himself a bit more time, but a great save there by Loy. Comes back out again. And the white flag is raised eventually there by Matthew McAdam, but a great save there by Matthew Loy in the Silverbridge goal to save an early green flag. But in the end, it's Clanagale who take a 1-point lead here in this championship final. And Loy calls straight back into action on kick-out duties. This one a little bit more driven, finds a pocket of space out on that far side towards Brodie Martin. Turned over again. And it's going to be another Clanagale free in. Here is McAdam, the point scorer from a tighter angle this time. It's a bit of a loose pass though, and intercepted well by Silverbridge, and they have a chance now to break the other way. There's a scrum for possession on that far sideline, and we're waiting on the call. It's going to be a Silverbridge ball. Just a correction on myself from earlier. The Silverbridge number 6 is Aaron Moore, of course. Brodie Martin is the Clanagale number 6. Here is Conla McCann. Now making their way up over midfield with McCann, twisting and turning, and tries to go for a long first time ball, but that's collected comfortably in the Clanagale defence. And now out towards Cian McCord. Off the shoulder, here's one of the joint captains, Emmett Dorn. Intercepted well though by the Silverbridge captain, Lavelle. Dorn shares that duty with Bennis Petronas, the numbers 3 and number 4. So we're slow on the scoring front in the opening 7.5 minutes, but plenty of exchanges and battles on the ball. It hasn't been dull. And Silverbridge now with McShane, I believe that is, trying to break through the lines and eventually earning themselves a free in. We'll see who comes over to take this. Lavelle looks as if he's making his way closest to it. A bit of a silence falls over the athletic grounds here as Lavelle steadies himself. Doesn't quite get all of it, and it drops short, awkwardly short. McCavigan does well to hold on to it. So Silverbridge remains scoreless as Clanagale clear the ball through Cian McCord. Or up as far as Cian McCord, I should say. Pass to the inside was sort of between 2 or 3 Clanagale players. Aidan Campbell, Liam Lavery, the number 9. Now with space on that far side, the Lurgan side have a chance to break. And a bit of space, Dylan McCord. Petronas forward to Dara O'Hagan. Coming back in towards a more central position. O'Hagan still in possession now, lays it off as far as Campbell. Has JJ O'Hagan ahead of him for support. It's going to be a free in. Bit of a Silverbridge contingent gathered beside us here on this near side. Weren't too happy with that decision. Couple of stutter steps from O'Hagan with the right foot, and just like it was at the other end from Lavelle, that falls short. And an easy turnover there for Silverbridge. We still have the challenge of clearing away from this Clanagale press. Now with the head up and looking for a ball towards McShane. But Damard Powers in there defensively. And up towards O'Hagan once more. He follows the ball over his head. He doesn't quite get a hand on it. And instead, Owen Nealon comes across. A good interception for the Bridge. Moore. McCann. And now Lavelle. Back to Moore again. Lavelle gets it back. Great exchange, but great interception there by Liam Lavery, and a turnover by Clanagale sees them straight back on the attack. Advantage being played, and instead Cian McCord has been fouled. Kevin Falloon blows the whistle. Free kick taken quickly by Brogan O'Kane towards Dylan McCord. A run made out that right hand side in behind into a bit of space, and a shot coming in. Will this be Clanagale's second score of the evening? No, it won't. That's been waved wide by the umpire. So almost 11 minutes played here, only 1 point registered. Lowy goes long again. Breaking ball, and this time it is into Silverbridge's hands. Long ball forward and collected in well by the number 14, Ollie Campbell. His first time ball in towards Kai Crummy, who's going to let the shot fly from that left hand side from a really tight angle. Well, that's been waved wide by the umpire. That would have been a super score there from Crummy. Push in the back sees Clanagale win possession in the midfield. Matthew McAdam, the only scorer in this match so far, forward to Aidan Campbell. Going up against his opposite, number 7, Max McKenna. A shot from distance, it's going to drop short. Collected well by Loy. It was Brogan O'Kane of Clanagale. Now Lavelle inside towards Moore. Pressure coming from O'Hagan. The ball's moved on well, and now Silverbridge with a world of space out on this right hand side. Ball down the line by McKenna. McKenna gets it back again. Here is Ollie Campbell. Crummy plays the ball back out towards McKenna, but he has to chase it just a little bit, but he does well to keep it in play. Ollie Campbell now. Silverbridge have Armagh senior footballer, and Silverbridge senior footballer Jolly Oak Burns on this near sideline as a Mayor Ishka. That's a wealth of experience and knowledge to be handed out to these young men, who'll no doubt want to impress him here this evening. Here is Niall Morgan. Murr back out towards Morgan. Murr gets it back again. Silverbridge have been very patient whenever they've got themselves on the ball. Clonagale just that little bit more direct. But the Bridge just that bit more keen on holding possession, and now they have an overload on this right hand side if the captain Lavelle can spot it, but instead they go back to the left into Crummy. Conlon McCann lays off to Crummy now. He's going to go for the long ball in towards the forward line. Ollie Campbell's under there, and it just bounces off his foot as he didn't quite see it come down on top of him. Jack McShane was in there as well. Dermot Power muscles out off the Clans defence and earns himself a free in the process. This is Brogan O'Kane. So that was Emmett Dorn. O'Kane had let it off to him. Now Caden Conway, the number 8. And it's going to be a free in. JJ O'Hagan. He had a man on the inside. He was looking there for Matthew McAdam. Thought about taking it quickly. The two of them just weren't on the same page though. And an easy turnover for Silverbridge, who now come away with possession. And Max McKenna, who seems to have quite a bit of space out on this right-hand side, towards Jack McShane, the number 15. Low ball is going between McKenna and Campbell. Ollie Campbell bends his back, gets the ball in his possession, all the way back out towards McShane, who has a man on, but does well to shield him off and hold on to possession. Now Crummy seems determined to be the Silverbridge danger man here this evening. But that misplaced pass in the direction of Niall McShane makes its way out over the far sideline. Now Joel Gregory, the number 15 for Clonagale, all the way back inside his own 45. Brogan O'Kane over midfield with a turn of pace, has a couple of Silverbridge defenders chasing him now. A pass forward as far as Cian McCord. He tries to soccer style kick it towards JJ O'Hagan, and it breaks favourably for him in the end. Back out towards McCord. Returns to face goal and he gets past his man. He's going to let a shot fly with the left foot. Will this be the second score of the evening? Yes, it will. And that's the number 10, Cian McCord. So 2 points to no score now after 16 and a half minutes here in the Boxer Athletic Grounds. It looks as if I thought we might have had an early substitution, but we're just waiting on a spare football coming onto the field. Loy out towards that far side. There was Clonagale hands on it first, then it was broken down. Then it was Caden Conway. Up towards McCord. Got that point a moment ago. O'Hagan provided a run, but McCord holds on to possession. Twists and turns and gets away from his man now. A pass towards the inside. Dylan McCord. Back out towards JJ O'Hagan, who turned away from that the second he hit it. He knew it was wide and to the right. Clonagale, their route to the final was over Cullyhanna and then beating Pearse Oaks. They didn't have to play the preliminary round. That's a great catch in the Silverbridge midfield there, and the long ball forward was just slightly too high there for Conlon McCann, but he's done well to keep himself in contention and eventually end up with possession. Now a low driven ball towards Campbell in that forward line. He has his back to goals. Lays it off to Lavelle, who was the man off the shoulder. Silverbridge are a strong side. They're doing well in the challenge here. They just haven't been able to convert on the shooting front yet. This is James Kelly. Now a low ball out towards his right-hand side in the direction of Niall Morgan, but intercepted by Clanagale once more. Now 3 defenders coming up. Oh, caught on a heavy hit there. It's Dylan McCord. Might need a minute to get back to his feet. No, he pops straight back up. Crossfield ball back towards Joel Gregory. Aidan Campbell does well to duke past Niall Morgan. Gets rid of the ball through Cian McCord to Emmett Dorn. Now it's back to McCord once more. Protest saying that should have been called for steps, but instead play is allowed to continue, and an overhit pass fell to Silverbridge's hands, and it's immediately put out of play on that far side. Clanagale remain in possession. Aidan Campbell does well to get away from the challenge now. A little pop pass towards the inside, gathered up well. It's Dylan McCord to Joel Gregory. Matthew McAdam has one of the 2 Clanagale points here this evening. Now Liam Lavery back inside, maybe going to think about a shot on his right foot. Instead works the ball just that little step further, back to Campbell, and he went back looking Lavery, but instead intercepted by Lavelle. Silverbridge forcing another turnover. Great defending, it has to be said, by both sides here this evening. Clinical finishing, not so much. Now a ball for McShane to chase in the Silverbridge forward line, going up against Diarmuid Power. The run off the shoulder of Crummy. Silverbridge still looking for their first score. Will it come off the left boot of Crummy? It's going to drop short. It's come off the crossbar, still in there. Ollie Campbell, he says it's been saved. He was right in there underneath Harry McKevigan as the ball come in. He managed to get a hand on it. He managed to get a shot away. But the umpire says it's going to be a 45. And what could have been a goal, see Silverbridge remain scoreless for the time being, but you have to imagine they're not too far away. Kai Crummy again, important in the build-up play there. It was his initial effort to drop short. Now it's going to fall to the right boot of the Silverbridge captain, Ethan Lavelle. Who in his captain's message says he's very proud to be the captain of his club here this evening. That effort low and driven in. It's still in Silverbridge's possession though, and just sort of spouted back out. Touched on the ground, and we're going to see a free in, and this is from quite close range. And Lavelle's going to come back over to this one. Says he wants to thank his teammates for their efforts and commitment over the last couple of months. Super bunch of lads, he calls them. And Lavelle looking to register Silverbridge's first score, and there is the white flag raised. 22 minutes in. Might have taken longer than they wanted, but they're very much still in this game. 2 points to 1. Now Harry McCavigan's kick out. Broken down in the midfield, and Clanagale with the chance to go back on the attack. Kevin Falloon says Cian McCord threw that ball, or Dylan McCord, sorry. And the ball not being handed straight back means the ball's going to be moved all the way up. Will this be a chance to level the scores? Having not scored for 22 minutes, they have a chance to score 2 points in the 1 minute. And Crummy actually electing to take it back outside the arc. This will be a huge kick from here if he can convert it, but it was kicked aside into the lead. It's not going to be accurate enough, but it might still stay in play. Jack McShane's underneath it. He does get a handle at it. It breaks down there on the inside. Caden Conway, he's done for over carrying. Clanagale have surrendered possession in a dangerous position. Lavelle comes back for free taking duty. And routine enough. Another white flag raised, both by Lavelle. And this Under-16 Division 1 Championship final is all level here, 2 points apiece in the Boxwood Athletic Grounds. Thank you very much for joining us. Plenty of Armagh TV action coming up over the weekend. We'll tell you all about that just as we approach half-time. But instead our action focuses on the field for now, as the sides are levelled up and the tensions perhaps just begin to rise that little bit more. There's a little bit more edge in the game, a little bit more noise coming from the crowds. Now Kai Crummy goes across midfield, tries to get past Gregory, and he's done well so far in doing that. Crummy holds on to possession, has a runner to the inside, instead goes for the long ball towards McShane. He does well to hold on to it, just gets away from him at the wrong time, and a shot eventually comes in. Oh, it drops short. It was the shot by Cameron Comiskey. Harry McCavigan did well in the Clan-na-Gael goals, and pressure coming on again. There was a ball across the Clan-na-Gael goal that Crummy was waiting to gobble up if he got the chance, but instead it was held on well by the Clan-na-Gael defence, and now they're back on the attack all the way up to the other end of the field through Brogan O'Kane. Aidan Campbell, a ball to the inside now. This is the number 6, Brodie Martin, to JJ O'Hagan. Cian McCord back to O'Hagan. Dylan McCord now from just inside the arc. He's going to let a shot fly. Matthew Loy follows it the whole way down and is able to get a hand on it. At one point it looked like he was tracking it wide, but it fell just right into his lap at the last moment. And a wrestle for possession in midfield. Is nobody clearly in control. And Silverbridge now with a chance, having won the free. And the scorer of both Silverbridge points, Lavelle. Now I think it's the number 10, Comiskey. He lets fly from distance. It's not going to make it all the way there, but it's going to be chased down. Martin's in there underneath it, as is McCavigan. Ball kept in play. Silverbridge going to have to work it back out around the angles if they're looking to get something from this. This is the number 18, Niall McShane. To Crummy. He had a man in a more central position but held on to possession. Forwards toward Jack McShane. He turns. Is he going to get a shot away? Cuts back onto his right foot. Lets one fly. Throws it high up into the air. Is it over the bar? Yes, it is. And that's met by great applause by the Silverbridge support here. They trailed this game for 22 minutes. And now they've just kicked themselves into the lead through the right boot of Jack McShane. And a great display of patience and resilience. McCavigan's kick out broken down. Cian McCord punches it backwards and Joel Gregory's there to collect. So we're at 3 minutes left in normal time at the end of this first half. Number 5, Dara O'Hagan, drives forward, but he's been turned over. Here is Comiskey. He spills the ball again, and now it's back in Clan-na-Gael hands. JJ O'Hagan has Caden Conway there for support. O'Hagan just spilled it momentarily, but gets it back. He looks as if he's looking to pull the trigger. Liam Lavery from outside, 2-point range. This will be a mega score if it goes. Instead, it's being pulled back for a free in. The advantage being played there. Perhaps a smart play by Lavery, who knew he had almost a free shot at it. This is from the 45-metre line. Instead it goes short to O'Hagan. Perhaps trying to work the angles just that little bit better. Liam Lavery now has Aidan Campbell back out on this left-hand side. Lavery holds on to it. He's going to let another shot go from distance. Throws the dummy first now. He lets go. Drops short. Lloyd does well again. And again the hand is raised. I'm not sure what Kevin Falloon's seen in there, but he's signalling, I believe, that it's going to be a free in. Clan-na-Gael almost going to have to work the exact same routine again. This is in the hands of, or well, at the feet of, I should say, Matthew McAdam. Has one of the two Clanagale points. This is from just outside the arc. And is just wide to the left, so the score remains 3 points to 2 here. We're coming up on 29 minutes played in this first half here. Silverbridge trailed for most of this first half. Didn't get their first score until 22 minutes into the game. And a mix-up there between the Clanagale men on the far side sees Silverbridge back in possession. This is Cameron Comiskey using his pace to get away from the Clanagale defenders. He's bearing down on goal. He lets a shot fly. He just snaps at it that little bit too quickly, and it's well wide of that left upright. Perhaps just the excitement and the adrenaline of bearing down on the goals here in the athletic grounds in a championship final under lights. Maybe just got a little bit excited and the decision making wasn't quite what it needed to be. 30 seconds of normal time remaining. McCavigan's kick goes long and out towards his left hand side. Extremely well fielded there by Dylan McCord. And now he's directly back on the attack for Clanagale. He has support to the outside. The kick passes for Aidan Campbell to chase. Will he get himself on the ball? He's done well driving towards the line. And he's won himself a free in. But that all come from Dylan McCord. Rising highest of them all in the midfield there. Got himself in possession, drove into the space, played the ball out towards the right-hand side, towards Aidan Campbell, who was then fouled, and is now at the foot of Brogan O'Kane to level this match up. And he has done. The white flag is raised. Sorry, Brogan O'Kane, I should say. Brogan O'Kane, not Brogan Campbell, Brogan O'Kane. That's 3 points apiece, and that is the last action of the first half here in the Box at Athletic Grounds. Low on scoring but high on entertainment, 3 points apiece. As we mentioned there a couple of times, Silverbridge didn't get on the scoreboards until after 22 minutes. Clanagale had plenty more chances as well to extend their tally out, but we're all tied up at the break here. I'll let you know just of some other action coming up on Armagh TV over the weekend. At senior level, we have a whole raft of football still to come. Starting tomorrow night, we have deferred coverage of the Harps seconds and Clanagale seconds in the Junior B Championship final. Then on Saturday, we've 2 live games starting at 2:30. We've St Peter's against Cullaville, that match in Clady. 5:15, Carrick-Cruppen taking on Grainmore in Silverbridge. There's also 2 deferred games from Saturday, Crossmaglen seconds against Middletown and O'Hanlon's of Points Pass against Thomas Davis. Then on Sunday, that's our big day. We've got 4 live games to bring you. Starts at 1 o'clock in Abbey Park. In the Junior Championship, when Portmore take on Ballyhagan. Then at 3 o'clock, Clonmore take on St Michael's. Then in the Senior Championship here at the Box at Athletic Ground, starting at 5 o'clock, it's Clevey against Mullabon in the first of a double header. The second in that one is Armagh Harps going up against Madden. A nice local derby there for you live on Armagh TV this Sunday. But we're going to step away, take a quick break here, but do come back and join us in the Box at Athletic Grounds. Half time here, it's Clanagale 3, Silverbridge 3. All right, welcome back to Armagh TV, live across all our social media channels here this evening. It's the Under-16 Division 1 Championship final, live in the Box at Athletic Grounds. It's 3 points apiece between Clonagale and Silverbridge. A low-scoring affair in that first half, but plenty of entertainment between both sides. Some great defensive battles at both ends. And who's going to be the team that's going to kick on in this second half and claim some silverware here this Thursday evening? Referee Kevin Falloon gets us back underway. And it's a first possession and a one throw in there by the Silverbridge captain and scorer of 2 of their points, Ethan Lavelle. This is Patrick McBride. Inside towards Conlon McCann. Back to McBride. Through the hands to Kai Crummy. And a great hand pass there to the inside. Back to Lavelle. Gets himself just inside the arc. Lets the shot fly. It's broken down on the inside, but a chance here for a goal by Campbell. Great save there by McCavigan. It's not cleared yet, and it's in the back of the net. An early goal in the second half by Silverbridge. An awkward ball to deal with on the inside. And it's the number 5, I believe, Niall Morgan. And that's met with a rapturous cheer here in the Box at Athletic Grounds. And a statement of intent, perhaps. It was Lavelle's shot that dropped short. Ollie Campbell was in there. His effort was saved by McCavigan. And Morgan was there to clean up the afters and get himself a goal. Now Silverbridge back in possession again, looking to add more to their tally. Straight out of the gates, McCann forward towards Campbell. Crummy wrestling through 3 or 4 Clonagale defenders. He manages to lay the ball off in the end towards Conlon McCann. Is that going to sneak its way over? Yes, it is, and that's a fantastic score there from a tight angle. And back-to-back scores by Silverbridge here to start this second half. I'm sure you heard us mention it in the first half. It took them 22 minutes to get their first score. With inside a minute and a half here, they've scored 1-1 to start the second half. And then I lead 1-4 to 3 points. And broken down again. Here is the goal scorer, Morgan. Looking to add another score to his tally here. And now all the way back out towards midfield. Silverbridge just looking to settle things down, get themselves comfortable in possession. Clonagale have yet to touch the ball really in this second half. I'd say there was a few strong words of encouragement coming from the management teams at half-time. Now out by Comiskey on that right-hand side. He lets his shot go, but that's wide of the right upright. Silverbridge, of course, with the management team of Nicholas Traynor, Conor McCardle, Colm Traynor, Finnan Burns and Charlie O'Burns, who we'll see down on this near sideline just below our commentary position here. McCavigan with his kick out now makes its way just over the 45. Broken down but into the hands there of Diarmuid Parr, and his hand pass was for Brodie Martin, who did well to shield off the challenge of the Silverbridge man and maintain possession. Now Dara O'Hagan. Aidan Campbell this is. Pass forward towards Liam Lavery, the tall midfielder for the Clonagale men. Pass forward towards JJ O'Hagan. He does well to hold on possession, turn to face goal with the left foot, but instead has a free in. His effort at goal was well wide to the left. Clonagale's management panel made up of Paul O'Hagan, Diarmuid O'Hagan, Shawnee McConville, Steve Boyd, Rory O'Kane, Miles McCord, Ben McCrory, Gavin Dorn and Conor McCann. So the free comes in and is over the bar from Brogan O'Kane. That's his second score of the evening. And reduces the deficit to just 3 points, 1-4 to 4 points now. Lloyd's kick out is low, but it's towards the hands of James Kelly, and he can't hold on to possession, and instead Lavery forces the turnover with a hand pass over the top and in the direction really of nobody. It was between 2 Clonagale men, but they get away with it as they have a free in. The advantage played by referee Kevin Falloon. A reminder, his match officials this evening are Fergal Connolly and Paul Rath. There's some shot from distance here. I think that's Lavery who's on the end of it. O'Hagan's in there. He rises well. He gets himself on it. Forced out of his hands defensively there. I think that was Owen Nealon who was in there. The Silverbridge number 2. But it was a well-taken catch by O'Hagan in the Silverbridge back line. The ball's still not clear yet, and it will be now. Patrick McBride, a world of space and directing traffic off the ball. He's trying to tell his teammates to get out of the road. Comiskey now just spills the ball as he's trying to solo it, carries it into the challenge. No foul yet, says the referee, but he does well to get it back towards McBride. The ball just spilling about here. And now it's been settled down, and Lavelle goes to the more middle position of Aaron Moore. Conlon McCann, Patrick McBride has a bit of space, has a man in behind this. Lavelle in a pocket of space. Instead, Cameron Comiskey. And his hand pass was just slightly behind the goal scorer, Niall Morgan. And Dylan McCord was able to intercept it. Clanagale pressed inside their own half here. Aidan Campbell breaks through 2 or 3 Silverbridge challenges, and now he's going to spread the play out towards the far side. In fact, it says in a more central position. Brogan O'Kane was looking towards Kane. McCord, I think it was, in the half forward line there. Niall McShane wearing the number 18 here this evening with a long ball down the line. But it's Clanagale joint captain Bennis Petronas who's able to intercept it. Brodie Martin, and he's worked well through the challenge and finds Dylan McCord in a bit of space out this right hand side. He's going to carry the ball over the midfield line now, looking for the options ahead of him. Has the head up, instead tracks back towards the centre of the field. Stops in his track now with his head up, looking for the pass. It's in the direction of O'Hagan, who was off the ball when the challenge come in there from Owen Nealon, and it's going to be a free in. And a rather lively start in this second half. Just over 7 minutes played. Silverbridge registering 1-1 inside the opening 2 minutes of the half. Again, I think this is Lavery, the number 9. I just can't see for sure. Sorry, maybe the number 11, O'Kane. That effort falls wide to the left. Was indeed Brogan O'Kane, the number 11. We'll see the first substitution of the evening here. Cameron Comiskey's evening is done for Silverbridge. Did take a bit of a knock there, and I think it's the number 24, Sean Harty, who's come on for him. And James Kelly, he's finished as well. Now the kick out to this near side. JJ O'Hagan gets himself in possession, but he's 3 Silverbridge men around him. Harty immediately involved, trying to force the turnover. The ball touched on the ground, and it's going to be a Silverbridge ball. Solo and go taken by Patrick McBride. Back inside towards Aaron Moore, who now spreads the play into a bit of space in the middle of the park. Niall McShane. Pass over the top for Crummy to chase onto. He moves inside the arc, trying to get away from O'Hagan, and with the left foot he lets a shot fly, but that's wide off the right upright. So just looking to do a scan of the numbers here on the Silverbridge jerseys. I think they might have only made 1 substitution there. But we'll keep an eye out and bring you the information on any changes as soon as we have them. Harry McCavigan's kick out now. into that central position, and Lavery's done well. He has himself an advantage. Now McCord. Cuts back to the inside again. 3 or 4 Silverbridge defenders swarm him. This time they've fouled him though, and it's going to be a free in. And Dylan McCord, who was thinking about taking it quickly, instead is going to leave it to Brogan O'Kane. He had a shot from distance there just a few moments ago. I think this one might just be outside his range. He's being directed by the official on the far sideline there. Although, on second thoughts, I don't know if the range is going to stop O'Kane from having a dig here. He has his eye set on the posts. And he gives it his all. It's going to drop short, is it? No, it's not. It's wide off the right. So O'Kane definitely not afraid to have a go from distance here this evening. Still only one score for the Lurgan side in this second half. Loy's kick out goes straight through the hands of Aidan Campbell, and now here is O'Kane once more. He collects the ball that's on the ground, managed to do well, and he's judged to have thrown it. And Silverbridge with a chance to get immediately straight back on the attack. This is the number 13, Joe McShane. Now Jack McShane towards Kai Crummy. He's going to have to bend his back to get this one up. Instead he just flicks it up. It was an awkward ball for him to deal with, but he's done extremely well there. Now Sean Harty. And McShane from the far right hand side. There's calls off a breach. We've seen Dara O'Hagan was sprinting back to get back into his own half. I think we're going to have a free in here. There's shouts and confusion coming from everywhere. I think what we've got here is a Silverbridge free in from fairly central and close range. Jack McShane has the ball in his hands, but instead Lavelle's coming towards it. We're just trying to keep one eye on the action, one eye on the benches on the far side. And after a conversation, I think that was judged to have been a wide ball in the end. So I've seen what looked as if it was going to be a free awarded. The umpire then outstretched his arms. And we're back underway nonetheless with McCavigan's kick. Hands by both teams to the ball. Who's going to win it? It's Silverbridge. They've started strongest in this second half. They're looking to build on it. Here's Crummy going to go for a long ball in towards the forward time. First time, Ollie Campbell, he does well to hold it in. It just spills away from him though at the last minute. Quick 1-2 exchange with his captain Lavelle. Now McShane back to Campbell. And now Lavelle. Campbell's continued out on this left-hand side and said Crummy's off the shoulder. He gets through 3 Clanagale defenders. He lets a shot fly. This would be a huge score if it goes. Instead, it's broken down short. The keeper missed it. I think there was Niall Morgan in there again, maybe looking for his second goal of the evening. And Clanagale survived that one and are able to come away with the ball and only being 3 points down on the scoreboard. A lovely spin move there by Dylan McCord as he carries the ball over midfield and now looks for his options. There's calls off another breach. Still nothing called as Brodie Martin's in possession. Going up against Patrick McBride. He's almost dispossessed him. Now Niall Morgan back in defending as well. But Clanagale still hold on to possession. It's Brogan O'Kane out towards Cian McCord on this right hand side. He's 1 point to his name here this evening. Now a long ball in towards the forward line. Will it break favourably for Clanagale? JJ O'Hagan's in there, as is the other McCord, Cian McCord. Instead, back out and from an extremely tight angle there, that was Matthew McAdam. Sorry, the number 12 is Dylan McCord. 2 brothers, I believe, to the best of my knowledge. Great kick out there from Loy, picks out Aaron Moore. Harty, chased down by O'Hagan, but instead the ball finds its way to Nealon. Morgan, the run off the shoulders, Patrick McBride, he's looking for support to go back to his, and it's going to be a Clanagale ball. So Dara O'Hagan, first time ball up towards JJ O'Hagan. He's got 3 Silver Bridge men there. And O'Hagan, he's looking for a foul, but it's not given. Crummy against Lavery in the midfield. Now another long ball forward for Ollie Campbell to chase. It's going to bounce favourably for him as he's able to turn and get himself facing towards goal. Here's Jack McShane off the shoulder. 2 Clonagale men there defending them though, and they've fouled him between Joel Gregory and Diarmuid Power. Jack McShane, to his credit, he's not the tallest, but he's done extremely well there in that full forward line. He scored 1 point here this evening, and he's won an important free here for Silverbridge. And now Ethan Lavelle looking to kick his 3rd score of the evening with his right foot. And he has indeed. With the captain leading by example for Silverbridge. So just over halfway played in this second half, 15 and a half minutes played, 14 and a half to go of normal time. Silverbridge who lead 1-5 to 4 points, and this is Campbell. He has a man on the inside if he can spot him, and say Campbell's going to settle himself and take the score himself. And that's up and over the bar. That's his first score of the evening, and the Silverbridge support are fairly getting behind their players here. That score from Campbell met with great applause. Now 5 points between the sides, 1-6 to 4 points. But that's a well caught ball in the midfield there for Clonagale, and now Dylan McCord, who's been fouled, looking to move the ball quickly. Emmett Dorn with the ball into the forward line for JJ O'Hagan to chase. He's going up against Owen Neal, and O'Hagan does well to get the ball in under his control, back out towards Cian McCord. Matthew McAdam maybe thought about a shot there, but instead lays the ball off as Clonagale look as if they're going to work the ball around the arc. Dylan McCord from a central position. Will this be a score? It's being followed by the keeper, but waved wide into the right. So it's going to be 18 for 15 here for Clonagale. Joel Gregory makes his way off as Callum Boyd is the man to come on. So 18 on for 15. Callum Boyd on. Joel Gregory off. Clonagale immediately back in possession with Aidan Campbell a ball. Here's a chance for Boyd to be involved immediately. He's burned down on goal. He's going to have a shot. He manages to get a shot away, and an instant impact there from the substitute. Callum Boyd straight off the bench and straight on to the scoreboard. Now just 4 between the sides. 1-6 to 5 points. There's a Silverbridge player receiving treatment for cramp on that far sideline. I think it's the number 6, Aaron Moore. As Matthew Loy gets his kick out now up towards Lavelle in the midfield. It carries through everybody and bounces favourably for Aidan Campbell in the blue jersey for Clonagale. He manages to kick a ball forward towards Dylan McCord, who soccer style kicks it past his man and does well to pick it up on the run. The pass to the inside as Lavery was there, but it's defended well again by Silverbridge. Both teams putting in strong defensive performances. There's a scramble for possession out on that far sideline, and a free's been conceded by Clonagale. It's going to be a Silverbridge ball. And now we've got a Clonagale man down with cramp in the middle of the park. So tensions fairly rising here in the box at Athletic Grounds. Thank you very much for joining us on this live free version of Armagh TV, available across all the Armagh-gaa social pages here this evening. For this Division 1 Under-16 Championship final. Ollie Campbell in possession for Silverbridge. Works back around towards Moore, who was down with cramp a moment ago, but instead he lays it off to Crummy with a shot from distance. It's being tracked by McCavigan. He does well to hold on to it. There was cheers from the crowd as if McCavigan had stepped over his line. It definitely didn't look that way from this angle. And instead carries the ball out of his goal and towards Dylan McCord, who can't go back to his keeper, so he's a bit stuck here until he has a blue jersey come available for him. So he carries the ball down this near sideline with a hand pass to the inside. Brodie Martin now going to swap possession and a bit of breathing space for Clan-na-Gael. Emmett Dorn carries the ball over the midfield forward to Brogan O'Kane. He has an advantage. He's cutting his way through the Silverbridge defence. This is Matthew McAdam. He cuts back onto his left. He lets a shot go. Well handled there by Matthew Loy in the Silverbridge goals. The ball was definitely heading towards the back of the net and he managed to get an important hand on it. Kevin Falloon's hand, which was raised for an advantage, stayed raised there for quite a long time, and Clan-na-Gael are going to be the beneficiaries of it and are going to have the chance of a free in here. Looking to reduce the gap to just 3 points with 10 minutes left to play here in the Boxit Athletic Grounds. 1-6 to 5 points. They go short instead. A chance for McCord to get another score. His first score of the evening. That's Dylan McCord's first score. His brother Kane's already got one. And there we have it. That lead is back down to 3 points. A reminder, these sides were tied level at 3 points apiece at half time. Loy with the kick out. O'Hagan's there for Clan-na-Gael. He manages to get the ball into his control. Silverbridge captain Emmett Lavelle was the man challenging him, but instead O'Hagan manages to skip away. JJ O'Hagan plays the ball out into a bit of space on that left hand side. Aidan Campbell. Advantage being played once more. And now to McCord from distance. It's going to stay awkwardly close to the goals though. O'Kane, he does well to get up and collect it. Is he going to get the shot away? It's wide off the far right post here. There were some in the crowd on that far side there that might have thought that ball had rattled the back of the net, but not this time round. But again, just like we were moments ago, we're brought back for the free. I think this is going to be Matthew McAdam. Charlie O'Burns is administering a bit of help to one of the Silverbridge players who's down with cramp here. But that free has been converted there by McAdam. And that's his second score of the evening. So just 2 points between the sides now. I think that's Aaron Moore who's down with the cramp. It is, so I think that's a couple of times now that Moore's been down. As the number 10, Cian McCord, makes his way off for Clan-na-Gael. Waiting to see who comes on in his place. I haven't seen anything from the fourth officials board yet, but number 10, Cian McCord, has made his way off, as has number 12, Conlon McCann for Silverbridge. Loy's kick straight up the middle of the field. Clan-na-Gael done for overcarrying despite quite a bit of battling there in the midfield. It's going to be a Silverbridge ball. Crummy with the ball in towards the forward line. There's hands on it there by McShane, but defended well by Clan-na-Gael. And I think it's the number 4, Emmett Dorn. He gets himself in possession, kicks it towards McCord, but it's number 7, Max McKenna for Silverbridge, who intercepts it. Now he's going back the opposite way and the ball's carried out over the sideline. And it's going to be a Clan-na-Gael ball. So as I mentioned, there was a couple of substitutions there. We know Cian McCord for Clan-na-Gael is off. Number 12 for Silverbridge, Conlon McCann, is off. We haven't seen any notification as to who was brought on in their place as yet, but we have the names and numbers in front of us here, and we'll bring you them as soon as we get them. I can see number 17, Aaron Donnelly for Silverbridge, is on the field of play. So that might have been McCann's replacement. McCord skips through a couple of Silverbridge men and plays the ball up towards the forward line. It was high, but it was fielded well. Instead, fielded out over the sideline by Matthew McAdam, who just sort of run out of road, having plucked the ball well from the sky on the move. This ball goes backwards. Clan-na-Gael putting on a bit of a press through their number 18, Callum Boyd. A reminder, he came on as a second half substitute and scored within a minute of coming on. Barging out of the Silverbridge defence there is Owen Nealon. That's a heavy hit there on JJ O'Hagan. Brogan O'Kane wanted to take the ball quickly. Looked to be a head injury, I think, there for O'Hagan. And he did take quite the thump there as Nealon was making his way out. It wasn't necessarily a lowered shoulder, but I think it was just the two men colliding. And O'Hagan come out the worst of the two. So I think it's either number 30 perhaps for Silverbridge. It is indeed, that's going to be Shane Farrell. Might be Max McKenna who he's come on for. Harty gets us back underway. Pass towards Crummy. He lays it off to the man beside him. It's the goal scorer, Niall Morgan. Back to Crummy, being chased by Dara O'Hagan, but gets rid of the ball just at the right moment as O'Hagan, who continues his pursuit of the ball, was just bearing right down on him. Now Caden Conway's putting in the challenges for Clanagale, but that's going to be a foul. And a shove after the fact is going to see the ball moved in just that little bit further, and tempers just rising here. With 4 and a bit minutes of normal time left here, plus whatever referee Kevin Falloon decides to add on. There's 2 points between the sides, 1-6 to 7 points. As the moon in cinematic fashion just begins to rise above the stand on the far side of the Boxwood Athletic Grounds. We continue play under lights here, and Lavelle kicks over his 4th score of the evening. And that moves the gap back out to 3 points, sorry. 1-7 to 7 points. Harry McCavigan. And Silverbridge win it again. They're going to get a chance to go straight back on the attack. They've been relentless in this second half, haven't been, to be fair to them, quite stale in that first half, and they've won another free in there. O'Hagan, he's been done for a push, and he'll have no real case if he tries to argue against that one. And it looks as if it's going to be Ethan Lavelle coming across the loop once more. 4 points till his name. This would be a huge score and would say raise the roof here in the Athletic Grounds if Lavelle can convert this. He kicks it high into the night sky and it's wide. So with just under 3 minutes left to play here, 3 points between the sides. Clanagale, they don't need a goal yet, but it's going to come to that stage right and soon. They need to get themselves in possession, they need to work the ball back up the field, and they need to get the scoreboard kicking back in their favour again. And that's a great start as McCavigan finds O'Hagan now off the shoulder. Is the other O'Hagan, Dara. JJ continues on, he just spills the ball at the wrong time. He manages to flip it up. Boyd, the substitute in the second half. The ball's being worked around back out towards Aidan Campbell. Back into a more central position now. A chance for Liam Lavery maybe to get a score here for Clanagale with his right foot. And he has done. The gap is back to 2 points. Liam Lavery, his first score of the evening. It's come at a huge point in this game, a vital point in this game with 2 minutes of normal time left to play. Number 17, if you've seen him on your shot there for Clanagale, is Michael McConville. Matthew Lloyd's kick out comes out into space on this near side. Crummy, who's been excellent for Silverbridge all night, does extremely well to hold on to the ball and shield off the Clanagale challenge, and he's earned himself a free. Crummy, ball on the inside towards Campbell. Defended well initially, but it's broken favourably for Campbell, who I'm not sure what the infringement was there, but Kevin Falloon has given a free out. We're going to see 2 minutes of added time here. 2 additional minutes. It was Diarmuid Power against Ollie Campbell, and there was a foul that was deemed to have occurred. 90 seconds of normal time remaining, 2 minutes of added time to play after that. Silverbridge hold a 2 point lead. Clanagale, they've been chasing for most of this second half, and he's been done for steps, and it's going to be a Silverbridge free out, just not at the moment that you wanted that to happen. And Silverbridge, I'm sure, will have been coached and drilled as to how to see this game out. They're just a few minutes away from being the under-16 Division 1 champions for 2025. They're in possession through Harty. He's going to kick the ball now into space, and it's Niall Morgan, the man who got that crucial goal for them here to start this second half. Long ball forward towards Campbell. He has support, but he turns to face goal. back in Silverbridge hands. It's the number 13, Joe McShane, all the way back out to Morgan. Silverbridge, possession for them at this stage is vital. Clanagale, they have to get the ball back if they want any chance of getting anything from this game. The ball spills out on a hand pass to the inside for McShane, but instead it's been turned over, and Clanagale have a chance now to go the opposite direction. JJ O'Hagan crosses midfield, he has support to the outside. This is McCord. O'Hagan's continued his run, but McCord cuts back to the inside. Aidan Campbell lifts his head. Does he have any options on the inside? No, he doesn't. He holds on to it for the time being. Back out towards O'Hagan. We've crossed over the 30-minute mark. We're into the 2 minutes of added time. And that's a loose pass. Defended extremely well there by Jack McShane. He's had a mega game, playing in full forward but performing defensive duties here. Instead now, Caden Conway has an advantage. The solo gets away from him, so he just punches it as he goes down into cramp. Aidan Campbell lets a shot fly with the left foot, and he skypes it off the left, outside of his left foot, and it falls wide and to the left. The score remains 1-7 to Silverbridge, 8 points to Clanagale, 2 points between the sides, and I would say Matthew Loy will be in absolutely no hurry whatsoever to get this kick away. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds of added time. You can hear the tension, you can feel the tension here in the athletic grounds of a Thursday evening. A great crowd out. A reminder, we had the Division 3 earlier, the Division 3 final earlier. You might have been watching that live on Armagh TV. St Paul's were 3-11 to 2-6 winners over Sarsfields in the Division 3 final. Loy's kick out goes straight to O'Hagan. Clanagale are going to have a chance here. It's getting to the stage now where they need a goal. Going for points might not be enough. Are they going to have to put something in round the square and see what comes of it? And it's a free out. I'm not sure what the infringement was. I think there's a few people in here might have thought that might have been the final whistle. But the ball is in the hands of Ethan Lavelle, the Silverbridge captain. And Clanagale's chances look as though they're just slipping away from them here. Lavelle goes as long and as far up the field as he can. Brilliantly fielded there by Campbell. He has McShane to the outside for support. Here is Joe McShane back over the top towards Campbell. Defended well though by Clanagale once more, and they haven't been able to see the game out here from this point. It's Petronas. It's a Clanagale ball. They might just get this one last chance that they so desperately want and need. It'll have to be a goal at this stage. We've played the 2 minutes of added time. Aidan Campbell gets the ball into his hands, over the top towards Dara O'Hagan. This would be massive if Clanagale can get a score here. They've got an advantage. The ball goes in towards the square. It's not going to make it that far in. It's fielded just that little bit further out by Callum Boyd, and it's being brought back for the advantage. Clanagale are going to have to throw the kitchen sink at this now. 32 and a half minutes played in the second half, 2.5 minutes of additional time. That's by the scoreboard here in the athletic grounds. Kevin Falloon's watch might just read something slightly different. I can see a few camera flashes coming from the stands on that far side. There'll be a lot of proud parents and families and friends from both sides here this evening. But as is the way with football, and unfortunately for these young men, there can only be one winner. I can see some Silverbridge supporters, young and old, standing along the hoardings on the far side, banging off the advertising boards, trying to create a bit of atmosphere, trying to put off the kicker here, Matthew McAdam, as the square is absolutely loaded. We're 33 minutes on the clock. McAdam, he's staring down the gauntlet, waiting on Falloon's whistle. The whistle goes. McAdam with the kick in. It's tracking. It's a great kick. Is it going to go over the bar though? It's a 2-point score. It's a 2-point score, and the game is level. That is an absolutely massive kick. It's 1-7 to 10 points. It's the first orange flag of the game that has been raised, and it was the last kick of the game. My goodness, what a finish here in the box at Athletic Grounds. There hadn't been a 2-point kick all night, to the point where I actually forgot that was a possibility. And the orange flag was raised. And it's finished here, 1-7 to 10 points. And I think the announcement has just come here that this match is going to go till a replay. I'm just waiting on some confirmation here. I'll let you know as soon as I find out. But my goodness, what a huge finish to this game. Lights have already started going out in the Athletic Grounds. So that's it, folks. We're going to go till a replay here. What a finish. As I said, there hadn't been a 2-pointer kicked all night. The possibility of it had completely left my mind. Matthew McAdam with the kick of a lifetime to rescue Clonagale from the dead here. 1-7 to 10 points. It's finished here in the box at Athletic Grounds. Updates of when the replay will be played will be posted across all of our social media channels here this evening. But my goodness, folks, what an advert for Gaelic football. What an advert for these young men that put absolutely everything on the line here. Silverbridge will be bitterly disappointed. They had it within their grasp here. They had a mega second half, but Clonagale, they never give up. They fought right back till the very end, and they've earned themselves a replay. Thank you so much for joining us here on Armagh TV. Keep an eye on our social media pages. Keep an eye on all our channels. We'll let you know when the replay is coming, if we're covering it, how we're covering it, and we'll keep you posted as we always do. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for Sean and his work on the camera, for Kevin back at base, keeping everything running. It's a draw here, folks. 1-7 to 10 points. Go Ramila Mogat, agus Slán go fáil.